Hello, anyone and everyone who might have just so happen to be watching, and welcome back to another review video that I'm doing this time on the Black Ops 7 closed and open beta. I would like to preface this video with, one, I will not be giving any sort of insight on the zombie situation with the game, as I did not feel like there was enough there to really do anything with. Mostly because it was one map, and if anybody's ever even played zombies before, one, they probably know what's going on with it already, and two, it was just Green Run Farm from Black Ops 2 in a different layout. Not really worth talking about in my opinion, not enough of a substance there. The mini-boss was kind of cool, but that was the best I really had, and I wasn't going to try and figure anything out for it on my own. That being said, another preface I would like to make is, although I am definitely a Call of Duty player and have been for a very long time. Maybe not as long as some people, but at least 2012 was Black Ops 2 and on. I've had every game since then, and even gone back to play some of the other ones. Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, so on and so forth. This game, honestly for me, started out very iffy. I was not a fan of it at first. Everything that you're seeing right now is from the second set of the beta, where they opened it to everybody, and then also included the open mosh pit playlists. Before they added the open mosh pit playlists, I had no desire to want to even play this game. I hadn't played Call of Duty multiplayer since basically unlocking Dark Matter in Black Ops 6, and it almost felt like it carried my skill-based matchmaking through onto this game, rather than having it at least reset for one game. I wish I had video of it from the first weekend, but I had something go on with one of the files. It got corrupted or lost somehow, and I was unable to recover it. But my very first game on, it was pretty much hell. That's the best way I can put it. Obviously, I'm not some sort of just absolute casual player who only plays for an hour or two on the weekdays after the kids are put to sleep. But at the same time, I do work a full-time job. I don't want to have to be competing with people like this all the time. The movement kings, people who find their cheesy slide cancels and diving or jumping, whatever it is with this new Omni movement system, which I do like. I liked it in Black Ops 6 as well. But the open mosh pit playlist really helps, and I feel like it'll help a lot of people. That being said as well, hearing today, as of recording this voiceover, October 9th, whatever, a month and a week before the game is set to release, they have confirmed that the open mosh pit standard is what is going to be for the normal quick play game modes, which is fantastic. This is what the Call of Duty community has been asking for years now, pretty much ever since 2019 Modern Warfare, which was probably the last good of the new age Call of Duties, and the only good new age Call of Duty as far as I'm concerned. And they are going to be keeping lobbies. They'll no longer have disbanding lobbies, which is another thing people have wanted. They like playing against the same people, especially if you're a very competitive person. You know, you lose a game to somebody and you want to try and get them back in the next one, but with these newer games, they would just kick you out of that lobby. You didn't really have a chance to try and get your get back or see if you could somehow improve on the person who just schooled you so hard, which really ties in with the Nemesis system in this game being brought back from Black Ops 2. They have the Nemesis system that you can kind of just keep an eye on. Hopefully you can get back at your Nemesis from the previous game, which I really like that a lot. I think they're taking some serious creative strides with this game in terms of what they've been doing in recent years. The gameplay itself really doesn't seem too much different from Black Ops 6. Maybe a little less fast-paced, which I actually kind of like. I like that it's a little bit more tuned down. The guns feel pretty good. I didn't really have a gun that I wasn't the biggest fan of. I guess the 145 SMG I wasn't too fond of. I'm blanking on the name. But everything else about it, I ended up enjoying more as the beta went on, and hearing the designer director, who I can't remember his name at this moment, say that they're going to be keeping these implements because of how well they did in the beta is definitely going to influence me for actually purchasing this game. I had no plan on buying this game during the closed beta since I got a code to get in early access for free. But once they did the open beta, had the mosh pits, the non-disbanding lobbies, that definitely plays a big part in it for me wanting to buy the game. Because even though I obviously know what I'm doing, I mean, you can tell by the way I move around in the game, I don't have the worst aim. That shotgun's just completely inconsistent, which is something that they definitely need to fix. Either make it less powerful, more consistent, or, well, I guess that's really it. But I don't like having to play like an absolute god in this game every time I get on. I like the variation, like how it used to be. You know, you didn't know who you were going to go up against. And I think that as long as they have something in place for the super casual people who can't really keep up with people even on my pace, is definitely going to help the game out a lot better. It might get saturated. I know that's been an issue with some people, especially like one I can think off the top of my head, Merc Music. His video about the no SBMM playlist in the beta, he did bring up the good point of there's a good chance that it'll just become oversaturated with the movement kings who want to absolutely destroy these people who aren't very good at the game, you know, drop 80 and 5 bomb games every game. There's not really anything I could say about that. I think it's going to get a bit better once the game fully comes out. More casual people are going to be on. People who, you know, couldn't get the beta, didn't have the money to get it at the time to play the early access, only played the open beta with the open mosh pit, or just simply missed out in general because of something that they might have had going on. But I'm going to wait just a little bit after the game comes out in November and see if they're going to keep true to their no wacky skins mentality that they tried to set over the summer when they revealed the Black Ops 7 title. If they, in my eyes, can do that, stick to it, and don't release a wacky skin like they did with the last game in the first week with the Shark Bundle, I think that I will actually be purchasing this game with the intent on playing it, which I didn't think I was going to. I thought this was going to be the first game I was never going to buy from Call of Duty ever since 2012. But I do like what they're doing so far, and listening to community feedback, it's a very good thing.